Holy. If you guys are tuning in, I so appreciate it. We're going to get right into things because there is a whole shit ton of stuff to get into. The secret sauce for today is life challenges are the universe ways of preparing you for greatness. On the docket today, market shift. Crypto market shows sign of a risk-on phase. Bitcoin runes have generated about $162 million in fees. Where do they stand now? BNB price struggle. Do we see the resistance pierced at 560 today? We're going to look at some charts. I don't think we do. India's Telegram probe. Is India about to shut down Telegram? Is it the first of many countries about to go at it with Telegram, with Pavel in the Huskow? The SEC has something called CAT, and it is not cool. Shibarium slowdown. The layer 2 network sees transactions drop. What is happening? Chaos to clarity. Noise to narrative. It is Tuesday, August 27th, and it is time for some rare bits. Today, the crypto greed and fear index has slid 7 degrees. We're in the neutral zone, out of the greed zone, coming in at a 48. I think this will be down tomorrow. Bitcoin dominance and Ethereum dominance are both down at the moment. Total crypto market cap is coming in at about $2.33 trillion. And the top crypto search term for 4 days in a row is Sun.io, ticker sign SUN. It is currently up 142% on the 7-day. 70 days until the election. Who are you voting for? Leave it in the comments if you are brave enough. These are some news stories that have just come up that I wanted to touch on before we look at some numbers. Hamster Kombat faces some challenges. So as you know, Pavel is Huskow. That is on the Telegram ecosystem. Kombat is also on the Telegram ecosystem. Why are they facing challenges? Well, it's not from the Telegram blurb. It is from internal Discord. There is serious competition in the space, and there are some investor disputes, and there is a token value that has decreased, and it is everybody's fucking freaking out with the FUD sauce. They are also not the leader. How did they not become the leader? So if you guys don't understand this, so Hamster Kombat held the record for the most followers in one day. It was broken yesterday by soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo. He gains 10 million new YouTube subscribers in a single day. This is the record, and it was previously held by Hamster Kombat. Next, we have something called BlockDAG, TG Tap Miner. It is gaining massive momentum. It is a new blockchain game called BlockDAG. It is a rising in popularity. The game has raised about $68 million in pre-sales already. It is worth looking into. And this just in, we have Binance. They are going to integrate yield guild games on the Ronin network. What does this mean? It means that they are going to collaborate on the Ronin network, enhancing GameFi and play to earn opportunities. I know the Axies will be absolutely stoked with this. We have PyUSD. It just hit the $1 billion milestone. That is amazing and ultra fast. We have BlackRock and Grayscale. If you have not been paying attention, while all the prices are dropping, these guys are scooping up Bitcoin. These two currently hold 2.96% of the entire Bitcoin supply. They are going to establish the ability to be a new government, and their vice president will be Michael Saylor. Coinbase's network surpasses $1 million DAU, daily active users, which is absolutely awesome in the middle of summer. We have gold rallies as Bitcoin consolidates, and MicroStrategy is outperforming BlackRock in the Bitcoin ETF zone. Now let's get into some numbers for the nerds and see what is going on. And as you can see, we have a pretty mixed market. People have been talking about XRP. It is in the green. Toncoin is also in the green. Do you think we saw Ton's bottom? I think so. It is interesting that it dropped in the $5 range. It is still a super risky play because we do not know what is going to happen with Pavel. Currently, Bitcoin is trading at $62,048. It is down 2.5% on the day. Ethereum trading at $2,583, down about 4.4%. BNB is almost flat, trading at $550. We are looking for that 565 magic number to appear. Salami's in that 155 zone. I am so happy to see Solana not drop. It was riding in this 140 to 148 zone for a long time. It seems like we pierced that. I love to see it. Tron coming in at number 9 on the list, just above Toncoin, coming in at $5.47. On the month, it has only gone down 11%, which is kind of par the course for what is happening. And real quick, I just want to pull up some charts for you guys. So if you are trading meme coins, understand what is going on with the broader market. We're just going to do a 5-day pull-up on these particular charts. Look at what has happened to Bitcoin in the last 5 days. Look at what has happened to Ethereum in the last 5 days. And look what has happened to Solana in the last 5 days. If you have coins that are not suffering, consider yourself ultra lucky. Looking at some of my picks, these are just standard picks. Toncoin, Avalanche, Nearcoin, Pepe, Sui, Dog with Hat, Bonk, Jupiter, Pith, Say, Ondo, Brett, Radium, Modcoin, and Mumu. All of these are on my list. All fluctuate quite a bit. I think these are interesting long-term holds. And it's interesting, a lot of these coins do have these fluctuations in the market. If you decide to put coins in your bag to hold long-term, you do not need to watch the market, so do not worry about it. If you are an active trader, there are daily opportunities. So you have to decide how involved you want to be. I think most of the coins on this list I like for long-term holds when the market gets going really well. Now, I have DEX volumes pulled up by chain via DeFi Llama, and what I wanted to do is, this is really interesting. So August 3rd, we have all of the standards players. We go to the next week. Again, all of the standard players, nothing new. And it's been this way for the past 2 years. We get into the week of August 17th, enter Tron, $1.516 billion worth of activity in this week. They were not even registering on the ecosystem before this. Already this week, ending August 24th, Tron, $280 million so far. So this is really interesting. Currently, Ethereum, Solana, BSC, Arbitrum, and Base are the top 5 contenders as far DEX volume goes. Looking at some of the top of meme coins by market cap at the moment, everything is down except Floki. Has anything magically risen in the last hour? We have Rich Quack, Do, 8 Bitcoin, Arb Doge, and Doge Killer. Those are some new entrants into the ecosystem. They're only up a couple points in the last hour. Looking at Polymarket as the only news source that makes a difference. These are some of the new things that popped up. Will California pass the SB 1047 AI Safety Bill Act? This is going to be interesting. It will affect a lot of things. I don't know if this is a good thing. I will look into this some more. Microphones muted during the ABC debate. We spoke about this yesterday. This is going to be so important, and it will sway this political debate greatly. If the contestants have microphones muted, I think that favors Donald Trump greatly, actually, which is funny because I think they might think it is the opposite. I think it will actually favor Donald Trump. Telegram banned by EU country before October. We just mentioned that they're under investigation in India. India has a huge population that uses this. So losing a continent like India country like India, it would be a huge chunk of business. Look at some of the biggest gainers in 24 hours. Crypto AI Robo. We mentioned AI coming back into the playing field. It's kind of been the redheaded stepchild the last couple of weeks as meme coins took off. Do not forget about the AI narrative. Will persist. It is not going away. Now might be a good time to look at some of these AI tokens. We have Ashcash Network, Wrapped NXM, Wrapped AVAX, and Wrapped Matic. What is happening with all of the wrap shit? Chromio, Sundog Sun, Dog Go to the Moon, and Sats are all down 24 hours. Now, this morning, my call was Kobe. We are going to check in on that real quick. I've been in and out of this. It started to dip over the past 24 hours. I started buying this dip aggressively because I saw a pattern emerging, and that is the pattern that I wanted to see. I probably started to buy in too early, but I like this coin. I like where it is going. So in the last 6 hours, it's only up 3%. So in the last hour, it's up 9%. I like the momentum and where this is going. Let's also check in on some others that I'm holding. FWOG is doing exceptionally well. I love this token. I continue to buy little pieces of this. Bought a little dip yesterday. It's since risen up a bit. And my favorite token is Bubble Buddies. This is actually down dramatically at the moment. And what is interesting, if you guys, yesterday, I sold the absolute top of this. And like an idiot, like I knew that was a top and I knew it would retrace. I decided to start DCA back in as it dropped. Again, I DCA back in too early and I took profits out and I only put 3 Solana back into trade. So I am removing profits from this wallet. So I will try and grow my trading volume when I get up to 5 Solana, like that'll be interesting as well. But this token had to drop. We are down 40% on the 24 hours, but I am fine with that. The community is outstanding. Shrimp is doing an absolutely fantastical job. And when you look at a brand new coin like this, it's 4 days old, and then you compare it to our Solana chart, right? Just look at what's happening here, right? We saw this nice boom earlier in the week, but it has since kind of dropped off. So we are dealing with some of that now. And again, this is just the summer doldrums. Do not get your panties in a bunch. So I still like Kobe. I think it's a good play. I was always looking at the correlation between who will be in the White House. This morning, Trump was up by 1 percentage point, coming in at 50%, Kamala 49%. The Bitcoin price actually slid down to $62,440 at the time of writing this. Now, we're going to get into the Bitcoin runes and their meteoric rise. And do we want to say stumble? I don't know. It's too early to call. It is the newly launched NFT protocol, Bitcoin Runes, if you guys forgot about it. It launched not too long ago. It has generated about $162.4 million in fees since April, outpacing the BRC20s, crushing them. Bitcoin Runes has solidified its position, in my opinion, as a leading NFT protocol, consistently outperforming the competitors. The protocol has attracted a significant following. There are a bunch of people that are diehards. The community is active and engaging. The X community is in the middle of summer. People are on vacation. Do we see these communities start to rally? We need momentum to make this happen. It's kind of the car needs gas to begin momentum, but without momentum, you're never going to get to the filling station. I don't even know if that makes sense, but I kind of like it. Despite the recent decline in transactions, Bitcoin Rune's long-term prospects remain promising to its innovative features. And again, it is outpacing the BRC20 protocol. BNB, one of my favorite tokens. We have been charting this in my Substack, I think, since about $238. We made it past $600. I think it will reclaim that. But at the moment, it is facing some resistance numbers that we need to pierce through. If we do not pass these numbers, it could drop down a bit more. Morning, I was looking at some of the RSI and BNB's price movement. Let's try and gauge investor sentiment with what is going on in the market. I see it dropping dramatically. I still love this token. I think it's a bargain under $600. Future forward, I think this will continue to just crush. We have Telegram privacy concerns, and all kinds of people are getting on the horn and on the social platform to speak out about the injustice of no privacy. I wrote an article, check my page on X under the articles under just how difficult privacy is and who some of the absolute warriors in the privacy war are, what it means, what they've brought to it. It's a super short article. I implore you to read it. We have Edward Snowden. He agrees that the arrest of Pavel Durov has sparked concerns. A number of reasons, not only externally, but internally. So they are all kinds of things being spoken about, secret chats, offering these weird full end-to-end encryption things maybe a lot of us aren't aware of and actually using on the service. So this story is going to get deeper and deeper. It is by no means done. So it's really interesting to see. I am of privacy and freedom. I do not think they are opposites of each other. I think they hold hands if done correctly. The arrest of the CEO, what everybody's worried about, is it going to have a broader paintbrush swath, right? Like, is this just the start of this government crackdown everywhere? That's what is worrying everybody. We are looking at AI and big data. The crypto projects are beginning to, again, they have jumped about 79.7% in the last, I don't know, month as far as capitalization. Now, keep in mind, a lot of this AI token stuff on the blockchain it is feeding off of the NVIDIA narrative. So when that stock goes down dramatically, everybody's knee-jerk reaction was the AI tokens in the crypto space are overbought. It's too much hype. I think that is a misstep. So I think we are going to begin to see this AI narrative really start to shift gears and kick some ass. We have Plaid on. These guys are developing a really interesting new payment rail. It is basically going to be a Web3 Visa. They are developing a global blockchain-based payment infrastructure. Basically, it is going to offer bells and whistles to the regulatory environment. It is also going to offer an infrastructure where there's no third-party mediation. So it's end-to-end. I think it's absolutely brilliant what they're working on. They also have quite a few other things. If you jump on to their website, platon.com, I believe, it might be IO. I was on it this morning. I forget off the top of my head, but I was just doing some due diligence, and it is interesting. I love to see this stuff. And again, we are getting back to this argument of how much privacy will the government let you have? It is a question that is by no means answered, and the verdict is still out to me. Veteran trader turns bullish on Bitcoin. Peter Brandt. You know what? We are going to hold off on Peter Brandt because we are talking what is happening with Pavel and India. There's an investigation in India. They're possibly thinking about shutting down the entire program. So I'm watching reports on how this is going to turn out. I will keep you abreast on this in my Substack. Now we will get to Peter Brandt. He has finally turned bullish on Bitcoin. He says we are at a crucial point. He's analyzing factors, macroeconomic conditions, technical analysis, all the stuff that these tech nerds like to look at. I do as well, but I look at it from a different perspective. So I like to include other viewpoints that are either corroborative of my thought or opposite of my thought process. So you guys have information to make your own decisions. Peter Brandt is a Giga Chad. I like his prediction on this call at the moment. We are going to get into this crazy, crazy shit, right? It is called CAT. Consolidated Audit Trail. The SEC is using this. They are facing criticism, right? Critics are arguing that it disproportionately impacts blockchain users. The SEC's CAT could have significant privacy implications for individuals, especially those who use blockchain financial services. Analyzing the legal arguments presented in the challenges against the CAT, it can provide insight into the potential outcome of these cases. The SEC and a group of freedom fighters are going at it over how invasive this actually is. And it reminds me of like when the government decided to collect data, not your actual phone calls, but all the other metadata, the time, the date you spoke with, when did the call happen? They don't need to know what happened on the phone call. They can just connect dots. So all of this information that they are saving and storing to look through with a giant computer later on, it's interesting. And again, it raises issues on how much privacy are they willing to give us. We have Michael Saylor. His continued advocacy for Bitcoin is absolutely fabulous. His business strategy and reliance on provide a super broad context of his thought process on how important this is as an asset. Then when you look at the major firms like BlackRock and Fidelity that now hold such a huge portion of this currency that is going to never lose value again. Once it finishes mining, its value, it's amazing. Okay, we got a couple more to get into. Vitalik, we talked about this on my Substack. I don't want to get into now. Shiba Inu, they're having tough times. They've instituted burns, the Shiba DAO, this type of shit. What is bad? The daily transactions have just dropped off dramatically. I think I pulled up the 24-hour chart. I should have pulled up the month chart because it's not much better. But This token, it's just suffering. It's going through the paces. It is unfortunate to see. There is not a lot we can do about it. If you are part of the Shiba army, let me know. Are you hanging in there? Are you just going to hold this until the absolute bitter end? Thank you guys for rocking with me. If you are still craving crypto clarity, please subscribe to my Substack. Warning, rare bits may cause hodling.